What's so special about Hero Bread's soft, fluffy, and delicious breads, buns, and tortillas? These ultra-low net-carb baked goods contain zero sugar, fewer calories, and more protein than the leading brands, and are high in fiber to support gut health. Shop now at hero.co.
Grab your drink, roll your papers, wind down, or speed up and get to work. It's your girl Shan with season 6 of She Gets It podcast. I'm with all of y'all as we navigate this new world we got. We are all adjusting to these new changes. Let's go. What up, y'all? This is She Gets It. My name is Shan. What it do? This is season 6, episode 13. And it is titled what I titled it because this is what the fuck I mean. They, quote unquote, want our everything. And let me explain. So, in my opinion, to admire Black culture by compliments is cool. You know, not wearing / speaking or acting like us and saying you created it. That is not cool. And that is what the majority of most Americanized people who are not Black or immersed within Black culture by default. Meaning, not that I live in the hills and I decide to be in the hood because I like this culture. Like, your mom didn't have shit, your dad didn't have shit, or this is all we have and we're working to be better, but we have to live here. So now I am immersed in the culture. You know, I have siblings that grew up, born and raised in this. I know what it is to struggle in this. That's immersed in a culture, not, oh, I married a Black man, so now I get the rights to be Black. No. Look at the people in Japan. The people in Japan love hip-hop culture. They love Black culture. But they're not denying the fact that they are Japanese or they come from a culture that is not Black. But they might really, and they can dance their ass off. And they can also sing well when it comes to gospel songs, R&B, Black music, some few, if they live in New York, can body you in some rap. But to me, maybe it's this new generation that's on the come up or looking to fill their purse and their wallets with the money. They feel like they can come in on a sneak tip, be surrounded and put themselves within Black culture. And then once they get enough clout, once they get enough fans, they try to dip out in the back door and say, you know what? Hey, let me go in this empty street and take these fans in this platform with me. And when somebody questions me about my music, I'm going to say, this is not rap. This is pop lyricism. I just made that up. I don't know if it's a thing. But just like I just made that shit up, they're making that shit up. You know where the fuck you got that style from. You know where the fuck you got that way that you pronounce your words from. The way you carry yourself, your mannerisms, the way you go ahead and allow your music to be chopped up and delivered. You know where the fuck you got that from. So respect it and be honest and say that shit. You can love our style, you can love our culture, and you can also pay us respect. People come in to Black culture and they grab tips and they grab tricks and they grab swag if they can. And they try to carry that rhythm, but some is just not within you. And they run with that shit, and that shit is not right. Everybody is fucking making money off of Black culture, off the backs of us, off the lifestyle of us, except majority of us. It's a few men and women that caught on to the shit show that is, how do you make money off of Black culture? And they figured out a way to grab that shit back. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we should do. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have people out here Oh, this ain't cornrows. It's goddess braids. I just made it up. Look, Sally Mae, I created edges. Bitch, you ain't create no edges. Those edges been there because some people in the hood and children and teens could not afford to go to the salon every week. Their parents couldn't afford to buy them relaxers or their hair didn't lay down. So a way that we weighed our hair, lay down and look a bit more presentable to us, not for you, not for your fucking magazines, but for us, is we use gel. And we use satin scarves and we covered our hair at night. And in the morning we took it off and shit was just laid like that. There is nothing wrong with your straight hair. There is nothing wrong with your naturally curly hair that you can wash every day, every night, and that shit comes out perfectly. There's nothing wrong with that shit. We actually, as Black women, whatever diaspora you come from, you could be Caribbean, one of your parents could be Hispanic and your other parent can be Black. You can be born and raised in America. You can be African. It doesn't matter. Your hair texture could be completely different. But we actually have to go through a fucking process for our hairs to be straight. We have to go through a process for our hair to hang a certain way, look a certain way, stay a certain way, be brushed a certain way. We have to use certain product. You do not have a cabinet in your fucking hallway of fucking product just for your hair like we do. You do not have certain rubber bands. You do not have certain bubbles for your daughter's hair that you got to keep buying because they keep losing it and leaving it at school. You do not go through that shit. You grab a scrunchie and you go. You get a rubber band and you go. Or you go get them a haircut when you don't want to deal with them having a lot of hair. And you go. Even if I cut my daughter's hair, guess what? I still got to brush that shit. I still got to blow that shit out. I still got to part it, oil their scalp, put it in bubbles, plait it down, wrap it around, put it in knots. So because you don't go through all of that, do not fix your fucking mouth to ever say, these are such and such braids. I just came up with it. No, bitch, those are cornrows. They've been cornrows 10 years ago. They've been cornrows 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And when my mama's mammy was a motherfucking slave, they wore cornrows. Period. What the fuck you thought? Another thing is this fucking wardrobe, this fucking audacity for you to sit on the fucking cover of a fucking magazine and be like, you know what? I want to wear red head-to-toe paisleys for the cover of the magazine because I think it's cute. Where a lot of people die because they're wearing motherfucking red paisleys or a red shirt or a red backpack, or children just going to school not even in a gang because they're wearing the wrong colors and got to make sure they cross certain streets or go certain paths to avoid people of a certain gang that wears a certain color to avoid certain colors. But you have the fucking nerve to wear head-to-toe motherfucking paisleys because it looks cute. You're rude as fuck. It's rude as fuck. And it's like, just like you have HR, should be just like you have a fucking fashion regulation on, is this appropriation or is this being completely fucking ignorant of what I'm about to put on and display for the world to see? Or is this really fashionable? And am I being respectable about this? Just like you can't look into a Marcus Garvey book and write Marcus Garvey's words in your book and not say, hey, this is from Marcus Garvey. Just like you can't fucking put on whatever the fuck you want to put on and name it or label it something that it's not. Same thing. You're rude as fuck. My point is, this appropriation is disrespectful as fuck. Fake Jamaican actors and actresses when there are so many people dying for a gig is fucked up. I hate hearing a fake Jamaican accent from an actor or actress just because they look black. But you would never see on the TV a white man or an Indian man, or what most Jamaicans call coolie, speaking in a Jamaican accent on television, because it's not portrayed to be, oh, he has to be Jamaican. There are Jamaicans that are white as white. There are Jamaicans that are Asian, that speak better patois than I do. There are Jamaicans that are fucking Indian. Being Jamaican is not a race. It's a culture of being. Those people didn't just magically pop up at that island. They either were left there, brought there, stolen to be there. Go wash that apple. Or that's just where they choose to live. But you can be completely different colors and still be Jamaican. But my thing is, like, I don't want to fucking watch or hear a fake Jamaican accent on television. That shit is corny to me. I would completely turn off that show, that movie, and move the fuck on and watch something else. Another thing, and I'm sorry I have to say this. This isn't new, but it must be said because every so often this shit keeps coming up. Like y'all looking for an excuse or a hall pass to go ahead and be allowed to do it. Blackface for any type of fucking character to me is very fucking disgusting and is rude as fuck. Especially knowing where the fuck it comes from. I'm not excusing it in fashion, and I have a motherfucking 4-year degree in motherfucking fashion and fashion history, so don't even try to play me. I'm not excusing it and oh, let me show y'all acting wise what they did. No, don't do it, period. I never watched that Nina Simone film. Zoe, what the fuck were you thinking? I don't give a fuck how much money they were going to pay you to do that shit. You should have never took that role. I've never looked at you the same since you took that fucking role. There's enough beautiful, talented black women in fucking Hollywood that could have played Nina Simone. You did not have to wear motherfucking blackface to play Nina Simone. Nina Simone was black. And I'm not talking about her skin. I'm talking about what she represented, how she spoke, what she felt. She was blackity black, righteous black, my people black. The fucking nerve of you and whoever was on the production team of that fucking film to be like, you know what? Let's hire Zoe and paint her blackface because she's excellent for this role. Zoe's acting skills are okay. It's very okay compared to a lot of black women that I feel could have executed that role. Okay? Was it a thing that you didn't want to pay the black women that could have done that role? Because I'm sure there were a lot of black women that just because it was Nina Simone, when they give a fuck about how much you were going to pay them, they would have took that role. That shit was ignorant as fuck, and I hope y'all wasted y'all money and spent more to make the film than y'all made on the film. And anybody that purchased or watched or supported that fucking film, your ass need to be slapped. Because when these companies, when these people stop getting our support, then they will know that what they're doing is not right. But as long as you keep buying it, they're going to keep making it. In all entirety. I think it's the way. Whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying. Society wants us when they can live on our backs. And they hate us when we want to stand up for ourselves. So when we start telling them no, and when we stop taking their suggestions for shit, and when we stop, clapping for them and their appropriation, then they'll know to stay in their motherfucking lane. And if you want to come in our lane, it's cool. We're always welcoming, but you cannot take it and run with it and call it something else that it's not. Because history is history for a motherfucking reason, because it was already done, it was already named, it was already invented. Try again. And that's all I'm saying. They want our everything, and I'm not giving y'all nothing. Stop giving them shit that they don't fucking deserve. We struggle too hard. We've done too much. Y'all already got too much work from us for free, and therefore we're not giving you shit else. Stop begging to be at their fucking award shows. We don't need it. We don't need it. And that's all I got to say.
Hey.
I'm done. Tell them bye.
Bye.
That's a wrap. That's another show. Thank you for staying. Thank you for listening. Thank you for checking out She Gets It. There is a merch available for you guys to shop at on teespring.com. The link will be in the info section. She Gets It shop is on there. Also, please don't forget to add me. Follow me on IG and Twitter. She Gets It Pod. All right? Hashtag She Gets It. You'll find me. Trust me. On FB, Facebook. Don't forget to add the page She Gets It Pod. Join the She Gets It affiliates. I would love to have you in there to discuss episodes, discuss thoughts, get that feedback. And please, please don't forget to rate the episode, rate the show. I just want to know, like, am I going in a direction that you guys, are learning something from? Is it something you want to learn more about? I would love to hear y'all feedback. I love the fact that you guys support and listen to me blab and run my mouth. And if you just want to support the show, go to anchor.fm/SheGetsIt/support. Thank you, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.